Namaste YouTube Coven, welcome back to the mat and welcome to day 24 of our Wake the Witch journey. How are you feeling? We are now 3 weeks, well over 3 weeks into our journey. A lot of yoga, a lot of movement, and I hope you're feeling so damn magical. In today's practice, zombie, we are going to really kind of de-zombify ourselves. Oh, bye then. We're going to really oh, you're back. What are you doing with your life? We're going to really de-zombify ourselves and we're going to work through an energizing yoga flow. So working through 10 rounds of Surya Namaskar 2. So really invigorating movement. This is the kind of flow that you can come to whenever you need a little bit of pick-me-up. So, you know, there are some days where we feel like a zombie. We can't remember anything. Excuse me. Can't remember anything, and we feel really kind of sluggish and slow moving. So very much like the Walking Dead zombies, not World War Z zombies. So in today's practice, we're going to be working through 10 rounds of our Surya Namaskar to really finding some strength, really finding some spice. Hopefully Luna will be well behaved because she's on a rampage lately with my filming. So embrace the chaos that's coming your way for day 24. So to begin today's practice, Coven, you're going to come to the top of your mat into a mountain pose. So roll shoulders away from the ears, tuck tailbone under, bring the last rib in and start to find a little strength here. Opening up our circle, opening up our practice with a beautiful deep breath in through the nose. And a slow breath all the way out. Slowing down our inhales and our exhales. Finding grounding through the feet, ready to wake ourselves up, ready to find our energy with our zombie-inspired practice. So we're going to work through 10 rounds of Surya Namaskar 2, skipping out any poses you don't want to do, skip out any vinyasas, slow it down, speed it up, anything that feels good to you. But when you're ready from here, we inhale and we exhale. On your next inhale, reach those arms up and overhead, find length through the fingertips. And then exhale, begin to sit low, come tuck the tailbone under, come into chair pose, holding for 3, for 2, and for 1, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forwards. On your exhale, plant the hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. As you inhale, send right leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. Come to low lunge or high lunge. As you inhale, pull the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands frame front foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Big toes come to touch. We inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest. Find your way, high lunge or low lunge, lunge of your choice. And then hands frame front foot. Step back to plank, press off the toes, drop from the top, drop from the knees that we lower down. Inhale, find upward dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Straight away from here, we gaze to the top of the mat. Take one big step, take a few little steps, bring yourself forwards. Inhale, gaze forward, create length. Exhale, bend into the knees, roll the body to standing, arms flow up and overhead. And then bring hands to prayer, our heart center. Round 1. Oh my God, that round 1 was a lot spicier than I thought it was going to be. When you're ready from here, 9 more rounds to go. So, we inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Gently forward fold. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. We inhale, send right leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest. Find your way to your chosen lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. We inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. find your way, high lunge or low lunge. And then hands frame, front foot, step back to plank and take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Feeling that heat, allow it to wake yourself up. As we gaze between the thumbs, take one big step, take a few little steps. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up and overhead to prayer. Bring it back to heart center. Ready for round 3. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Gently forward fold. Before we lift the gaze, gaze forwards. And then plant hands down, step back, downward facing dog. From here, we bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest. Find your way to your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame, front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Bring big toes to touch, Coven, as we inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. Inhale, hands to the sky, high lunge, low lunge. Exhale, hands frame, front foot. Step back to plank and take your chosen vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, stepping, jumping, or walking your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep arms up and overhead to prayer. Bring it back to heart center. Give yourself a moment. Moving on to the 4th round, we're almost halfway through. We inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, chair pose, holding here for an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank. Press off the toes, drop from the top, drop from the knees, but we lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. You've got it, find the heat. Bring big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step between the thumbs. Find your way to your lunge. Hands frame front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bring big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step between the thumbs. Come to your lunge. Hands frame front foot. Step back to plank. Take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hip bones to the sky. Downward facing dog. Gazing towards the top of the mat. Take one big step, take a few little steps. Bring yourself forwards. Inhale, create length. Exhale, bend at the knees. Sweep the arms up and overhead to prayer. Bring it back to heart center. Feeling that heat in the body. Maybe staying in stillness, maybe finding a wiggle. So taking just a quick 10 breath rest here before we work through the final 5. I say final 5. I think if my maths is correct, it's actually 6, but who's counting, eh? So remember, go as fast or as slow as you would like for today's practice. You can de-zombify yourself as much as you like. Maybe you take 5 rounds. Maybe you stop here. You feel tired. That is cool. Maybe you take 10. Maybe you take 20. Maybe you take 108. The choice is yours. But when you're ready to keep flowing with me, we're going to come on to round 5. Hands to prayer. Inhale, sweep the arm to the sky. Exhale, come to chair pose. Holding it here for an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift the gaze, create length, and then plant hands down, step back to plank, take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch, we sweep right leg high to the sky. Step between the thumbs, find your way to your chosen lunge. Hands frame front foot, step back, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch, inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs, high lunge, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step back to plank, take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Gaze to the top of the mat, take one big step, take a few little steps, bring yourself forwards. Inhale, length. Exhale, bend at the knees, sweep arms up and overhead to prayer. Bring it back to heart center. Ready for round 6. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, chair pose. Gently forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Step between the thumbs. Find your way to your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. We bring the big toes to touch and sweep left leg to the sky. Bend knee to the chest, step between the thumbs, find your way to your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step back to plank coven, press off the toes, drop from the top, drop from the knees, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, hips high to the sky, down dog. When you're ready, walking, stepping, tiptoeing your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, length. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up and overhead to prayer. And then bring hands to heart center. Ready for round 7. We have got this. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, bend into the knees, sink low to chair pose, holding a breath. And then hands to the mat, forward fold. Please go away. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. We inhale, right leg high. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs, high lunge, low lunge. Hands frame front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, come to your lunge. Hands frame front foot. Step back to plank. Take a vinyasa. Dropping from the top, drop from the knees. We lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Arms on fire. As we gaze to the top of the mat, step your way forwards. Inhale, length. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up and overhead to prayer. Bring the hands to heart center. Excuse me. Giving yourself a 10 breath rest as I get rid of my dog. Take it. When you're ready. Round 8, round 9, round 10. 3 more rounds to go. We have totally got this. Oh, God. I'm feeling awake. Feeling de-zombified. Round 8. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Holding here a breath before hands come to the mat. Inhale, create length. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, downward, loops, facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, sweating. Step back, downward facing dog. Bring big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale to your lunge. Excuse me. Inhale, high lunge, low lunge. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step back to plank. Take a vinyasa, press off the top, drop from the top, lower from the knees, take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The utter carnage of this flow is ridiculous. The reality of yoga at home, as we step to the top of the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend the knees. Sweep the arms up and overhead to prayer. Hands to the heart. I can only apologise about the carnage of the flow, but we're going to keep going because I'm too tired to refilm this. We're going to have to just keep going. We're going to have to keep going. Round 9. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, chair pose, holding here for a breath before we forward fold. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch, sweep right leg to the sky. Draw the knee to the chest. Come into your lunge, embrace every wobble. Hands frame front foot. Downward facing dog. Big toes to touch, we send left leg whoop to the sky. Draw knee to the chest. Come to your lunge, pull the arms high, maybe lower the back knee down. We've got one more round after this, we've got it. Hands frame front foot, step back to plank, take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, excuse me. Exhale, hip bone to the sky, downward facing dog. Luna, we are nearly complete with our 30 days of yoga. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to be naughty? Step to the top of the mat, Coven. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend the knees. Sweep arms up and overhead to prayer. Bring hands back to heart center. Give yourself a moment. Right, we're just going to have to keep going. One more flow. You are being naughty. Round 10. We have got this. Inhale, hands high. Please don't switch off. Exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose. Please don't unsubscribe. Hands to the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards. Final round. Exhale. Plant the hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. We pull right leg high to the sky. Draw knee to chest. Step between the thumbs. Final lunge to the right hand side. Inhale. Exhale. Hands frame front foot. Step to downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step to your chosen lunge. Pull the arms to the sky. Hands frame front foot. Step back to plank. Take a vinyasa. Drop from the top. Drop from the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Saying goodbye to this pose before stepping to the top of our mats. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, roll the body up to standing. Sweep arms up and overhead. And bring hands to prayer. Our heart center. Giving yourself a moment just to catch your breath. Tuck tailbone under, tuck the last rib in, and find strength here. Feeling your heartbeat beneath the thumbs, feeling awake, feeling energized, feeling invigorated. Feeling gratitude coursing through your veins to yourself, strength of your mind, strength of your body, and gratitude for our yoga journeys. When you're ready from here, we drop chin to chest, bowing low with love and with gratitude to ourselves for coming to day 24, to others who joined us as an online community, and from me to you, thanking you for hopefully not switching off during the absolute carnage of our zombie flow. If you've ever seen a zombie film or zombie TV series, then you'll know it is carnage, so if anything, this does fit the theme. But thanking you so much for joining me here today for this energizing practice. I really hope you enjoyed exploring Surya Namaskar B. So this is quite a fun practice to do when you only have a limited time and you want to get the body moving, you want to kind of raise those vibrations, and you want to dedicate a little bit of time in your day to you and to your well-being. I do encourage you to practice this without animals, without children, without distractions, but alas, this is the reality of yoga at home. Oh, now she's quiet. Now you're quiet. But anyway, thanking you so much for joining me here today, and I look forward to seeing you back again tomorrow for a little bit of meditation. From the bottom of my heart, Coven, blessed be.